name is Emma, and today we are talking about Horizon Zero Dawn. This was announced at E3 this week, and in my opinion, it is the coolest game that is a new IP that's actually been shown there. So I wanted to make a video on my impressions, my thoughts, and my analysis of everything which has come out. If you have looked at it already, please let me know in the comments below what you think about Horizon. So let's get into this. What the heck is Horizon, and where did this come from? So this game was actually developed by Guerrilla Games. You may know them from the Killzone series. They've been doing that series for as long as I can remember. This game has been in development for 4.5 years, they said. It came into development from people after Killzone 3 was actually developed. You guys know that Killzone Shadowfall has also come out since then. One of the guys from Fallout New Vegas was rumored to be going over there. That's been swirling around for a while, so I am so damn glad that they finally have shown it in all its glory. And damn, like, I was not expecting this type of game. I was expecting a first-person shooter, just because it is Guerrilla, but I obviously expected it to be open world. This really was not what I expected, but it is what I want out of a game. So now to go on to some of the things that we've seen out of the gameplay and the trailer. So first of all, the thing that comes out at me first from this game is definitely the setting. And I think that is probably the most prominent thing that they've actually shown from this reveal so far. So this game is set 1,000 years past Apocalypse, and it's really interesting how they've set this out. So pretty much there's been a description from the voiceover from the main character in the game, which says sort of a quote, which, yes, they were in like human real world, like we're in now. They had skyscrapers, they had technology, etc, etc, and then everything went dark, and then from there sort of the apocalypse happened. So that's all that we've sort of got from what actually happened to this environment. And at the start of the trailer they showed these like cave paintings talking about the things called the Old Ones, which I'm assuming is just society pre-apocalypse. But the coolest thing and the most thing that's in front of you is how they've merged this like post-apocalyptic like land where nature has gone and taken back over cities with this like really super advanced AI and like super advanced sort of building tech. These AI machines act exactly like animals, and it is like a weird juxtaposition, but it fits together really, really well, and it like works in an interesting way. And I think the quote which the voiceover says in the trailer that sort of shows it all is saying there's a dangerous balance between man and machine. So I don't know whether the apocalypse, I think it would have something to do with AI actually taking over. Though the AI that we're dealing with from what this trailer and gameplay has shown us is it's not like actual human form robots which have sort of taken over. It is more animal form robots, which I thought was weird, but just super, super interesting. There's people wearing like animal skins and stuff like that, which is clearly not what we wear now, and clearly not what people probably wore when it was pre-apocalypse when they're showing us that city. And that juxtaposed with like these extremely advanced machines is just so damn cool. The second thing that we get introduced to in this gameplay is the actual main protagonist of this game. She's a female character. Her name is Alloy, which means a mixture of two metals, or a metal and a non-metal together. So we know that she is one of the best hunters in her tribe. She describes her tribe as actually one of the first ones around. She has a bow and arrow, and she's out by herself, supposedly just hunting machines. The only sort of character trait I can pick up from her through the gameplay is she's quite compassionate when she has to kill like the first machine guy. Like she's like, oh sorry little guy sort of thing. She looks to me a bit like Ygritte from Game of Thrones. I'm sure a couple of people have made that comparison. I don't know who her voice actor is, but it seems really familiar, so if anyone can tell me who that is, that would be awesome. Okay, next up in discussion is the actual gameplay that they've shown of this game. So this is a third-person action RPG, which is, again, completely opposite to what Guerrilla Games has done in the past, so I'm really happy that we actually get to see that. And the first part of gameplay that we actually see is her jumping off a ledge and then going into this sort of grasslands in like a stealth position. So you see her sneak through the grass, and it is said that there is going to be quite a bit of feature on stealth in this game, so it's cool that they've shown that to us right away. And in this we see that she's actually hunting a herd. Now at first I was like, Why would she be hunting when she doesn't need to eat machines? Because who the hell eats machines? You see her fire off at one of the things in the herd, and this like green vial falls off. I'm assuming the green vial is either, well, it's probably parts for crafting. It just said to be another big thing in this game, and she's using a bow. The next and probably the biggest feature of this whole entire demo was the fact that this giant dinosaur robo something runs out. It's massive, and obviously then she has to fight it. Some of the big things that I picked up from her when she was fighting it, which is probably of interest, there is quite a few bow options when she was firing, so she could change from like electrical bow to this like explosion-y type one. It was also in the actual combat with the dinosaur robo thingy majiggy. She was actually shooting at the robot and parts were actually falling off the thing, and it wasn't like just randomly generated parts. They would actually fall off the robot onto the ground, and that would like no longer be on it. The also cool part about that was she actually shot off a part of the robot and it fell on the ground, and then she shot it with that part, so that part of the robot was a gun in itself. We also got confirmation through that like there is also destruction in the environment. The dinosaur runs completely through a set of rocks at some point, and that crumbles everywhere. So that's cool to see that they've added all this in. And the rope trap also shows that there's like quite a big focus of strategy in this game in terms of how they're going to take out the actual machine. So this sort of reminds me of Monster Hunter a bit. Onto everything else in this game. First of all, game looks damn beautiful. I don't know if it will have a graphical downgrade before it comes out, but being Guerrilla Games, if you guys have played Killzone before, it's always been top of its class. With visuals though, it has as well always been a linear first-person shooter. Speaking of the world, this is, as I said, it is open world game, so I'm excited to see how big and expensive this thing actually is, if there is no loading times between areas, and what the fuck you actually do in areas as well. Also, we didn't actually get any inference of what the story was going to be about, so I'm excited to see some more story-driven trailers and stuff like that in the future. I think I've hit all the notes for this game for now. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to talk to you guys more about Horizon. If you are new to this channel, please go check out my other videos, and if you like them, make sure you subscribe. And if you feel like hanging out with me more, please go follow me on Twitter as well. It is at EmmaExecute, same name as this channel. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you are enjoying the rest of E3, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!